there would be بين يدي الساعة فتن كقطع الليل المظلم. There will be, fitan is another one of these comprehensive words in Arabic. It's difficult to translate, but sometimes it means persecution, sometimes it means civil strife, it can mean rebellion and revolution, sedition, what's called sedition. It can also mean just a tribulation. It can mean an enticement, like a beautiful woman traditionally is an Arabic name for ladies in Arabia. They call them fatina, so a very attractive woman. So fitna is also attraction, is something you're attracted to. And people are attracted to fitna very often. But he said that there will be fitan ka qata' al-layl al-mudhlim. There'll be like portions of a dark black night, just one after another, just getting darker and darker. And Imam Ali, when he heard that, he said, "Ma al-makhraju yawma idhin ya Rasulullah." What's the way out? What's the way out? And he said, Kitabullah, the book of Allah. And then he said, "Fihi naba'u ma qablukum wa khabru ma ba'dukum." In it is news of what went before you and also of what comes after you. So it tells you what happened in the past, but it also tells you what's going to happen in the future. And that's the amazing thing. Even though we're here for a very short time, people watch a film, and even though it's a terrible film, they'll keep watching it because they're caught up in it. They want to see what happens at the end. This is a part of human beings. They always want to know the end of a story. And one of the beauties is, even though we have very short lives in relation to the overall life on earth, like we're here maybe 60, 70 years maximum. Some people, but most people, the Prophet said, "A'maru ummati ma bayna sittin wa sab'in," which is a mercy, because that's the last decade where people are healthy. So that's part of his rahmah, is that people die before they get really sick. And so, but you wonder, like, what's going to happen on earth, because you're not going to be here to see the end of the story. Well, that's part of the reason why Allah tells us. He gives us the whole story, so we know. We don't have to worry about not seeing the end of the film. Allah's already told us what's going to happen. And the atheists win. The world that they envision, this wonderful world without religion, will be a very horrible world. The world was bad enough with religion. It's going to be much worse without religion. It's a human problem, but it's religion it's why these nuns take care of people with Alzheimer's, and it's why a lot of people will take care of people because they expect a reward from God. There's people that have basic humanity. That's true. I'm not going to deny that. There are secularist people that don't believe in God that do have really basic humanity, but that's not the norm amongst people without religion. And it's been proven in social sciences that people without religion give less charity, they're less likely to volunteer. These are realities of the world. And so the atheists win, because the Prophet said the end of time won't come until nobody's left that says Allah on the earth. So we know that they win, but they don't win in the next world. And that's where things are very different, where distinguish yourselves, criminals. Everything gets separate. And so that's so he said that that it'll tell you what comes after. And then he says, "Huwa al-fasl laysa bil-hazal." It's a decisive word, and it's not frivolous in any way. Man tarakahu min jabbarin qasamahu Allah. If you leave it out of arrogance, Allah will break your back. Man tarakahu min jabbarin qasamahu Allah. Wa man ibtagha al-huda fi ghayrihi adallahu Allah. And if you seek guidance in other than that, you will go astray. Huwa hablullah al-mateen. It's the rope of God. Huwa hablullah al-mateen wa nuruhu al-mubin. And it's His clear light. The light has come. It's a clear light from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Huwa nuruhu wa huwa as-sirat al-mustaqim. And it's the straight path, the Quran. La tazighu bihi al-ahwa. Your appetites will not deviate with this book. If you follow this book, your appetites won't deviate. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, "La yu'minu ahadukum hatta yakuna hawahu taba'an lima ji'tu bi." None of you truly believes until his hawa, his desire, is in accordance with the Quran. And so if you follow the Quran, your desire won't deviate. It won't deviate. وَلَا تَلْتَبِسُوا بِهِ الْأَلْسِنَةِ. And when you speak, your words will not be confusing. They'll be clear. وَلَا تَتَشَعَّبُوا مِنْهُ الْآرَاءِ. And opinions will not be, they won't be contradictory and diverse if you follow the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then he said, لا تشبع منه العلماء. The scholars never get tired of studying it. ولا تمله الأتقياء. And the devotees, the worshippers, they never weary of it. So they can recite it, and they really will enjoy reciting it. وهو الذي ولا تنقضي عجائبه. And its wonders will never cease. There'll always be things coming out of the Quran that are extraordinary. People will continue to discover things in the Quran. وهو الذي لم ينتهي الجن إذ سمعته أن قالوا إن سمعنا قرآنا عجبا. And it's the book that the jinn, when they heard it, they said, surely we've heard a wondrous book. من قال به صدق. If you quote the Quran, it's truthful what you're saying. ومن حكم به عدل. And if you judge by it, you will be just. ومن عمل به أجر. And if you act according to it, you will be given a reward. وَمَنْ دَعَ إِلَيْهِ هُدِيَ إِلَى الصِّرَاطِ الْمُسْتَقِيمِ. And to call to it is a means of being guided to the straight path. هُوَ عِصْمَةٌ لِمَنْ تَمَسَّكَ بِهِ. It will be a protection for anyone that holds to it. وَنَجَاةٌ لِمَنِ اتَّبَعَ. And it will be a salvation for whoever follows it.